EMS Now, and welcome to this edition of EMS Now Up Close. This is the week of IPC Apex, and normally we would all be together somewhere in San Diego on a show floor, and you'd have an opportunity to walk up to booths and look at equipment and talk to people such as my guests here. But since this is a virtual thing, this is the next best thing. So I have with us today two gentlemen from KohYoung America, Ramon Hernandez, who's the country manager for Mexico, and Gustavo Jimenez, who's the Mexico sales manager. So gentlemen, thank you both for joining today, taking time from your busy show schedule to come and spend some time with me. Let's begin by allowing you each to introduce yourselves for the benefit of the audience. And Ramon, why don't we start with you?
Yeah. Hi, Eric. How are you? How are you, everyone? So thanks, first of all, for your time to this interview in this busy week of Apex. So as you mentioned, my name is Ramon Hernandez. I'm the country manager for KohYoung America. Basically, I cover sales for Mexico, but also South America, Brazil, Argentina, Costa Rica. So we also, as KohYoung, we have a good business in South America as well. Of course, a lot of our business is coming from Mexico. So I've been in KohYoung for 5 years now. So it's been a great journey in KohYoung America. It's a great company to be, and looking forward for the future as well.
Yeah, you certainly joined at a good time, didn't you? They've had a good run for the last many years. So
right, it was great.
Yeah. Gus, why don't you tell us about you, please?
Hello, Eric. Thanks for the opportunity to connect with our customers through EMS Now during this Apex week. I'm Gustavo Jimenez, part of the sales teams of KohYoung America. I cover half of the territory in Mexico. I joined KohYoung 3 years ago. Super happy to be in this family. That's how we call it. It is a big family, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's always impressed me about KohYoung. The culture that's been developed there is very strong and very good. So
it is.
Let's get into this. Ramon, let me start with you. Why don't you give us an update maybe generally about Mexico, what's happening down there? And I'd like to ask this in two points. Maybe first tell us, relative to the pandemic that we're all still struggling with in various ways, how is that going currently down in Mexico?
It's been an interesting year. Actually, I was just thinking, and 1 year ago exactly, we began with all this quarantine and being at home. It was March last year when we started. So for Mexico, it was there was a very slowdown in the business in general, not only in the industry that we are, but in general in the economy.
Yeah.
After the second part of the year, in 2020, we began to see much more activity in general for the economics for Mexico. And at the end of the year, it was when the things started to pick up again. I think we get, I don't know if we get used to that, to the new norm, new way of living, of doing things. But this year, 2021, it's been a very active year. I think it's a great year. So we're starting to see much more activity from last year.
Okay, good. And Gustavo, anything you want to add about how it's been down there and what's happening in Mexico?
Yeah, it's been as Ramon mentioned, it's been an interesting year. We are learning or reinventing how to do business. For us, it's been a good year. Fortunately, we are not suffering. Our customers are responding very well, and we expect to have a even better year this to 2021.
Yeah, you both mentioned that, so let me just ask on that. You're thinking of 2021 as kind of a year of recovery, are you? How do you see that, Ramon?
I see it as a very nice rebound, Eric. I think 2021 we will see a beautiful V shape versus 2019, 2020, 2021. Honestly, I think it will be a great year. We are seeing numbers comparing to what we were seeing in 2019. Just to give you an insight of what is going on in KohYoung, this is our first quarter and still we have 1 month to go. So we are already overachieving our sales goal for Q1 and already making good numbers for Q2. So that tells you how the year started. Last year in Q4, it ends pretty strong. So we began to see the recovery, I would say from November, December last year. But these first 2 months of the year have been very active for KohYoung, for the industry in Mexico, not only for automotive, which I think is coming back, but also for the general EMS industry. Most of the companies are investing some money they had left from last year. This is their last quarter, and we're seeing those investment coming to the game here.
Yeah. So you see that as really what's driving it now, is even after that slowdown, years are ending, people have some money that may have been unspent that they're looking to now invest?
Yes, I will say it's a combination of these companies that they're finishing their fiscal year in this month. Mm-hmm. So there's a good part of that. But I think the major contributor, it's the recovery in general in the industry. And in every sector, you can see that in automotive, home appliances, medical, military. So you're seeing that really the industry is coming back. And that's pretty good for everyone, right? For the industry in general, for us, that we are in the electronic industry. So that's what we're seeing in this first quarter of the year.
Okay, good. Gustavo, anything you wish to add to that? How do you see it?
Yeah. Ramon is totally right. And we are expecting that the performance we are achieving during this first quarter is going to be a signal on how the rest of the year will be. So that's why we're expecting a really nice V-shaped recovery after this very strange or different year.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, listen, and you mentioned, Ramon, you touched on it, and I just want to follow up on it. One of the big sectors, in Mexico has always been automotive. And you mentioned a variety of other ones, but let's talk about that one in specific here a bit. Obviously there was a slowdown over the last year. People are in their homes driving less, so I'm sure, impacted automotive sales globally.
Right.
That seems to be picking up now. So what's going on within the automotive sector, do you see?
So I think, Eric, new models, of course, we begin to see a lot of the automotive, the projects that our customers are getting from their customer, the end user. We begin to see new models in the market. So usually automotive, if we're in 2020, right now they're planning already 2021 to 2022 models. So we're beginning to see that a lot of that is coming back, the planning. And also in automotive last year, if I will say since 2019, we began to see a little bit of slowdown. And then last year was totally stopped, for a couple of months, 2-3 months. And right now, all that is coming back. All that investment that during the last year of the strong pandemic, most of the industry just stopped totally investment. So they said, nothing, we're not spending anything. And right now we are seeing all that investment coming back. So a lot of the projects that were on hold last year are coming back this year together with new ones, right? For the new models. Yeah. So I think that's the major change or contributor for the automotive of what we're seeing right now.
Okay. Is e-vehicles a part of that too? Do you see that trend as being more?
It is in, you know, we still don't have a lot of companies like doing mass production of e-vehicles. So we have a couple, but we're seeing that these 2 or 3 brands that has e-models just coming to the market. We are seeing that in our customers, of course. Either in one customer, it's either 100% automotive customer or an EMS with an automotive sector. And we are seeing those models. So when we ask, hey, what is this project from? Oh, it's for an e-vehicle for X company, right? But we are beginning to see a lot of that also coming to the market, to the game.
Gustavo, I saw you when I asked that question about e-vehicles, you reacted. So are you seeing the same? Is that?
Yeah, and well, we know that vehicles are being more dependable on electronics, even the internal combustion cars, and that's joining with the need of these e-vehicles. So I think it will be a trend from the time vehicles will be utilizing more electronic devices, and that will open for us very good business opportunities. There are some brands that are announcing that they are shifting from internal combustion to electric vehicles in the medium term. So I think will be a game changer in the automotive industry.
Yeah, it seems inevitable, doesn't it? That's kind of the transition that will happen. Gustavo, let me stay with you for a bit too and within the automotive. So within automotive, obviously quality is a huge issue because of the nature of the products and what have you. Tell me kind of about that and kind of how Young supports kind of that the quality within the automotive sector.
Yeah. Well, as you mentioned, quality is one of the most important things in the automotive production. A very good portion of our customers come from the automotive industry, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And we have developed tools that are helping our customers to overcome the quality requirements from their automotive production, from our current SPIs and AOIs to new products as the KYP3, which is focused to the automotive industry especially for the connectors, terminals, and pin production, in back end, in front end with mixing or hybrid products. We have a wide range of products that can support our automotive customer base to achieve their quality needs. So, yeah.
And within that, I imagine, speak to kind of the benefits relative to scrap too, because that's a concern too. Recover from a downturn, the tolerance for scrap is not what it used to be, right? People.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of parts shortage over the war, and automotive is now under problems because of that shortage. So the more control you have in your lines producing less scrap, the more successful will be your manufacturing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you mentioned it too, just the shortages in general that are being experienced, right, throughout the industry from a material supply chain perspective is certainly, is an issue that will undoubtedly have some impacts this year. And so the quality and making sure that you're making the best use and be able to utilize all the components that you have speaks to the issue of quality as well.
Correct.
Yeah, so you mentioned the P3 there, so let's talk about that a bit because it is Apex week, and we always normally talk about new, and the KYP3 is one of those things. So do you want to give us kind of a brief? You referred to it, Gustavo. Why don't you tell us a little more?
Yeah, well, it is one of our newest products, and it is focused to products that are populated with pin terminals or connectors, and it can handle from PCB products manufacturing or a PCB through automatic or manual handling, and also can inspect final products with all the handling, special custom handling that is needed to handle this final computer for cars, final automotive assembly. This machine can, we expand how we handle the products, and we are providing with very good tools to inspect those pins, terminal, and connector products.
Okay. And you say, is the tool then primarily or solely for the automotive, or does it have applications in other?
Not necessarily. I mean, we are focusing on automotive because there's a lot of variety of products that have pins, terminal, and connectors. Mm-hmm. But we are sure that out of the automotive industry, there are some applications that we can help our customers in inspecting in a very good way. And we see that there's a gap when you produce this insertion pin product, terminal product, connector products. They are not robust or OEM inspection solutions, and we are trying to fill in that gap with this new model.
Okay, good. And Ramon, join us on this one. Pins. A pin isn't a one thing. There's variations of even what pins are. So this isn't a simple machine. I'm assuming it's been in development for a while. What would you like to say about it?
Yeah, you made a good question. If we see other applications other than in the automotive. So for instance, in the servers, we can see the backplanes boards, right? Which are huge boards with thousands of pins. And usually there are not too many inspection solutions for this type of technology. Taking advantage of the great work that we did with the pin inspection, in where you're able to inspect if the pin is misaligned, if it's missing or short, any defect on the pins. That is another application in which we can apply this system. And also, we are beginning to see a hybrid in the industry between pins and SMT components. So still the majority of the components, let's say in this board, will be the pins, but we can see some IC, some resistors, some capacitors, and the system also has the capability to inspect this mixed technology that we are beginning to see not only in automotive, but also in some other sectors with customers.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Gustavo, I'm going to come back and actually going to end with you here, if that's okay. So on the 31st month, I have the honor of doing a webinar with you. It's entitled, the webinar will be Driving Down Defects, Optimizing Pin Inspection for Automotive Electronics. That'll be on March 31st. You can register already. Go to EMS Now to register if you're interested. But Gustavo is going to tell you why you should be interested and why you should sign up to come and listen to us discuss this. So Gustavo, give us a teaser for what we can expect there.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for putting all together to organize this webinar. What we want to do on March 31 is to provide a customer with additional knowledge on how to control their production through the true 3D inspection of our KYP3 system. And you're gonna see how to utilize our system to drive down your defects on this kind of manufacturing and production.
Okay, interesting. No, I look forward to it and learning more, and that should be good. So for our audience, if you're interested in that, go to the EMS Now website. You'll see a banner ad on there for registration. I encourage you to do that, and we'll promote it a little more between now and then as well. So Ramon and Gustavo, thank you very much, gentlemen, for taking time today.
Thank you.
From your busy floor schedule to come and spend some time here with me. So again, thank you. I think this has been very interesting for people in the audience. If you're interested in contacting either of these gentlemen, I would encourage you to first look them up on on LinkedIn. They both have active profiles there. If for some reason you cannot get a hold of them, please reach out to me and I will put you in touch with them directly. So Ramon, Gustavo, again, gentlemen, thank you very much. And I wish you a successful Apex week.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
You too, man. Enjoy.
You too.
You too. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.